Ajay ji, just explain clearly, is the system like the Indian system where you vote for a party and the party selects a prime minister, or is it like the American system where it's Trump or Biden and it's personality based?
Well, so it's clearly a parliamentary system closer to what we have in India than what they have to their southern neighbor than the US. It is a parliamentary system, and exactly like in our parliament, it would mean that the government would go to the halfway majority coalition, let's say, or the party which has the support of the minority parties.
Okay.
And in this case, it's a largely two-party system with smaller parties involved. So, as Kushal was saying, there's liberals, conservatives, and there's also the Bloc Québécois and the NDP, which was headed by Jagmeet Singh. But the polls are saying that's headed for, single digit or decimation. But, let me agree with some of what Kushal said and disagree with some of it if you zoom up to the larger picture.
Okay.
Now, what is the larger picture? I would agree with him that there is a certain capture by disproportionate capture by a very smart and active anti-India Khalistani group, right? But this is a structural reality in Canadian politics for 4 decades. At least 4 decades. We've seen this in operation for a while. And these folks have a certain capture. But this election is not about them. I mean, they will not be a major determinant of the fate of this 28th April election. Because I would argue that this election is about Trump. The joke was that they were saying initially Chinese interference and then Indian interference, and then a foreign interference commission said no, there was really no real interference. But again, in the campaign trail, India was again kind of mentioned that Indian interference. If there is one country that's interfered or influenced this election, it is the southern neighbor. Donald Trump made sure that Trudeau exited early by calling him the governor of Canada multiple times. He has been a godsend for Mark Carney to be able, because this is really a referendum about who can deal with the new United States with the Trump challenge. So while it's good to have a conversation about the micro detailing of the ridings where some of these guys have an extra influence, they have a certain capture, the pro-Khalistani elements, this election is not about them. The broader point I'm making is that we are at an inflection point, and if Canada acts in its national interest, now that the relationship with the United States is troubled, with China was already troubled, India becomes a sort of natural partner to talk to if Canada is talking in its national interest and not in the interest of a small vocal minority which is smart at capturing, parts of the polity. So I would say that after the election, we still have good prospects to build this relationship, exchanging high commissioners, possibly even signing a trade agreement. I would argue that this is a time to stabilize the relationship and normalize it, notwithstanding this 40-year problem of vocal Khalistanis trying to queer the pitch.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.